Hi there, all you beautiful people of the internet. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Ray, and I'm your local Younique distributor. And I'm super excited to be talking to you guys today about something that I recently fell in love with. It's concealer. Now, up to a year ago, I had no idea what concealer was. If you say concealer to me, I blanked you out, and I was just like, I don't know what you're talking about, so... And honestly, I had no idea the benefits that concealer does for you. So many benefits concealer does. It takes away those dark circles underneath your eyes, when you get the stress acne. It's going to make that disappear as well. Age spots is a fantastic tool to get rid of those age spots so you just look flawless after you put on your foundation. Now, how do you pick out concealer? That is a big question I get asked quite a bit. How you pick it out is you pick a concealer shade that is 1 to 2 shades lighter than your regular foundation. Now, why do that, okay? Why would you pick a concealer not the same as your foundation tone? Well, the reason why is because you want to get rid of all those dark circles underneath your eyes. It's going to make it look lighter, right? It's going to make it look more flawless. It's going to take away all those blemishes if you have age spots, all sorts of things that you, oh, and if you want to do contouring, I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's a great tool. You can use concealer to do that as well. That'll be on a later video, how to do contouring correctly. But this video is just for concealer here. Okay, so I get questioned a lot. What do you put on first? Okay, do you put your concealer on before your foundation, or do you put your foundation on and then your concealer? Well, I'm here to help. I'm here to answer your questions. So think of it as getting dressed, okay? When you're getting dressed in the morning, you're going to put a shirt on, and then you're going to put a jacket on if it's cold, right? So think of it this way. Your foundation is your shirt, and your concealer is your jacket. The foundation, just do a light coat, blend it in, and then put on your concealer, and it's just going to keep you warm and fuzzy, and it's going to take away all those little imperfections, right? So that is how I like to think about it. It's the easiest way to describe it. Just hold on one second. I did forget something. Okay, sorry about that. So how do you use concealer? How do you apply it? What tool do you need? The one I really like is the cream shadow brush. And I like this because it's flat, okay? And it's easy to maneuver. I'm going to show you step by step on how to do it on this video. But definitely get yourself one of these if you can. They are amazing to really maneuver the concealer around so it makes it look a little bit more flawless. You can also use a blending bud. I do use that every once in a while too. So I'll show you both ways so you can figure out which one you want to do better. But okay, so let's get started here. We're going to start off, well, I've already primed my face. And now I'm going to put on my foundation. Now I'm going to use Liquid Mineral Touch Foundation today. I just do a good shake, and I just put 3 drops on my kabuki brush. I love kabuki brushes to blend foundation because it is so soft on your face, and it glides so nicely. So I'm just going to go like this, and then, almost got in my eye there, whoops. And then you just kind of buff it in, okay? That's all you're going to do. Easy peasy, my friends, easy peasy. Now I like to take the foundation all over the place, all around my problem areas, my nose. Now this foundation is awesome. It is full coverage foundation. And it's already starting to disappear my little stress pimples. But this one's a little bit more problematic, so I'm going to show you how to use concealer to fix that bad boy. So there you go. That's all you have to do. 3 did my whole face. Some people, I wouldn't recommend you doing more than 4 dots on your brush because that's going to be way too much foundation. A lot of people, what they do wrong is they coat their face with way too much foundation, and then it ends up looking cakey and stuff, and you really don't need to apply that much, especially when you have concealer. Your concealer, let it work for you, okay? So, All right. Say I have really bad dark circles underneath my eyes. This is what I'm going to do with my concealer to make it look awesome. I'm just going to make a small V there. Try not to get a whole lot of product, okay? A little goes a long way. Just like that, okay? So that is my V. I have problems around my nose being more blotchy, so I'm just gonna put a dot there, put a dot there. I'm gonna put a dot up here to get rid of that. And this one's a little bit more intense. So those are my problem areas. There's my concealer, okay? That is literally all you have to do. Now take your brush. I'm going to take my cream shadow brush and I'm just going to glide it into a V here. Pressing it down ever so lightly. Now why wouldn't you use your finger to blend near the eyes? Does anybody know the answer to that? You want to avoid using your finger to do around the eyes because if you put too much pressure near here, you're going to end up getting fine lines and wrinkles down the road that don't need to be there. So proper tools are always the key. Now, I'm going to thin out my nose with concealer because I got a big nose. I'm going to take a little bit of this. I'm just going to make a line down here. And that's how you thin out your nose. Like that. That's all you have to do. And then I'm just going to bat that in like that. There you go. There you have it. I'm just going to press that ever so lightly. There you go. And this one ever so lightly. Now, you see, with the pimples, I did not glide it, okay? I pressed it in because I don't want to move too much of that concealer around because I want that to be flawless, right? I don't want it to be shifting too much. And then I take my kabuki brush, my blending bud, and I'm just going to pat this in. Not rub this time, just pat it. See? And you see how that took away all the dark circles there? Now you do the same thing for age spots, okay? If you have an age spot on your face, use concealer on it and pat it in. Now the reason why I'm pushing it into my foundation here is because I want it to stay in one place. There you go. And I just kind of spread it around a little bit like that. And there you have it. See how it flawlessly blended in just by pushing it down? You can't even tell now. It gave me a little bit of brightness right here where I needed it, and it put the brightness back in there, so it took away the red, right? So that went away. Now, what you would do is you would just put on your makeup how you would normally put it on. So if you want to put on a little bit of blush, okay, this is the time to put on your blush. Put it on now. There you go, ever so lightly. If you wanted to put bronzer, you could put bronzer on. I don't need bronzer right now because it's still summer for me. So I'm not going to put it on. But this is where a lot of people leave off, and this is kind of a mistake, okay? Now with concealer, I like to set it. I like to set it in place. So that way if I touch my face during the day, it's not going to rub off and be goofy looking, you know what I mean? If you use a good setting powder, it's going to lock in that foundation. It's going to lock in that concealer, and it's going to stay all day. So that means if you sweat on your face, it'll just glide right off. And that's all you, like, it's just going to be perfect still. Like, you're still going to look flawless all day. So setting powder, super easy. What I do is I just take a little bit on my big poofy brush, and I'm going to pat it in, okay? I'm going to pat it in everywhere because I want my foundation to stay too. Now this is going to take away your problem when you put coats on. You know, sometimes you put a coat on after you put your foundation on and it rubs off on your coat. Especially in the wintertime, that happens a lot. Setting powder is fantastic. It's a fantastic tool, okay? It's going to set everything and lock it into place, like I said. Now, why don't we swipe, okay? That is another good question. Why don't we swipe off the setting powder? Because we want to lock everything in. That is why. So if I swipe, I'm actually brushing the foundation and the concealer and moving it, right? Well, I want it to stay put right here, and I want it to stay put here, and I want to stay put there. That's where my problem areas was, so that is literally it. So you don't need a whole lot, just kind of set it in. And there you go, you're done. Simple, easy peasy. And you got a fantastic look going on. See how my face just looks more glowing now and everything? So anyway, I hope you enjoyed my video. If you do, give me a great big thumbs up. And if you have any requests on what you would like to see, let me know so I can be sure to help you guys out. Okay, everybody, if you need help placing orders or anything, let me know. I can color match you for your concealer or foundation or whatever you need. I'm your girl. All right, everybody, bye for now.